Hello, welcome back to another episode of Somewhere Between a Film and TV podcast. We are your hosts. I am Daniel Parra.
And I'm Erwin Trejo.
And number one, thank you so much for listening. Number two, what are they going to do?
They're going to like, comment, and subscribe.
Please do. Erwin, we're not necessarily reviewing any one thing today.
No, we're not.
But we're going to break down for you. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of review the Oscars themselves and a lot of the movies that will either already have reviews up of from last year.
Yes.
Or anything we might have seen to catch up on. I finally got to see most of the nominees from the past year. And you?
I think I've seen 7.
Yeah. So we'll come at this from a different perspective, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to read to you off of the Oscar website itself, the nominees, the winners, and our thoughts on that. But before we do all of that, I'm going to ask Erwin a couple of questions.
Do you love it? Do you hate it?
No, I am going to do that.
Oh, for every single movie?
No.
Oh, I was like, that's a lot.
With the Oscar presentation itself, the show, did you love it? Did you hate it? Or are you somewhere between on it?
I'm always somewhere between on it, to be perfectly honest.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I don't really care so much when it comes to the hosting aspect, just because sometimes it's very flat.
Yeah.
With the jokes and just like the hosts themselves. I just care about who really wins for the categories.
What's funny for me is I thought that this was one of the best hosts in like a really, really long time. But I also do really like Conan O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
Because I like
have no opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I like his sense of humor. He looks like our friend Jack to me. And
no, he doesn't. Conan has more hair.
I know, but did you see whenever they showed his like childhood picture?
Oh,
I was like, that looks just like our friend. But maybe funny in a different way. But he was a writer for The Simpsons way back when, so which is why I think every time, like, you can kind of tell what comes from him and what doesn't. Okay. Like that big, goofy Dune worm playing the piano, 100% something that he came up with. Like, you could just feel that. But what I like about him a lot, though, is whenever he hosts something and he makes a joke, even if it falls flat, he acknowledges it and then he just moves on. He doesn't, like, dwell on it or anything. And I liked that. You could tell that was happening
something
here,
that we
too.
do.
Yeah. That's something that you do. But
it's something that I do. You do the same thing. No, you just move on.
Yeah, I do.
You don't acknowledge it. I acknowledge it.
And then you're like,
I acknowledge it, and then I move on.
And then you
actually, no. I don't. I acknowledge it. I say it 3 more times, and then I move on.
But you know what you say? You typically go, are you just not going to say...
Are you not going to react to anything, or what, guys?
So...
You know, maybe I should host.
The Oscars?
Yeah.
I would.
You suck, dude.
No, I'm saying I'd be more than happy to. I'll do the Nick Offerman thing where he was doing the voice thing.
Dude, that was great.
Yeah.
I love hearing that, Nick Offerman.
I like that he intentionally botched Amy Poehler's name and he said Amy Poehler.
Nice.
They're like, because they know each other.
Guys, you don't get it. There's a show called Parks and Rec.
That's like if it was like Erwin Tarejo.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But I am also, the nominees and winners themselves, did you fully agree with every choice?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
For the winners?
Yes.
Yes.
I
wish there were some nominations out there for other movies.
Yeah, let's bring up a little movie called Challengers from last year.
It's just the fact that it wasn't even nominated for 2 things.
Yeah, for what, Zendaya?
And just like either performances or the music alone, the sound.
To me, it's not even just 2 things. Like
Best Picture too.
Yeah.
Even when that came out, it was a big thing.
Okay, you want to talk about what was snubbed first? Because Challengers is one of my big ones.
Yeah.
I know that the Academy, the fact that it even recognized the substance at all is a miracle. Let's acknowledge that. Yeah. Same
or even Anora.
Even with Dune. But like they always pick 2 like staple indie movies to champion every year.
Yes.
Even as far back as we were looking at the 2014, 2015, whatever it was, Whiplash was one of the... That was like when they first initially kind of started doing that thing where they were acknowledging the Sony Pictures classics, the Neon, A24.
Yeah.
Netflix, which seemed to buy its way into this year. But...
I think, explain that though to people because I know that you have to pay in order to get nominated.
So if you're ever curious about this, typically studios every single year, it's not that they buy their nominations. What they do, the Golden Globes, I've heard rumors that they do buy them, but that's a much less, I don't want to call it much less respected, it is, institution than the Academy of Arts and Sciences, I think is what it's called. But with this, what they do is they intentionally put money into their marketing for specific movies, and they will send you screeners. They will put billboards up in Los Angeles. I got to go visit forever ago and sure enough, the billboards there for movies is like everywhere. I don't think we get anything like that in Austin, despite the fact that we're apparently a film hub. No, we're not. But that'd
be so cool if we were.
No, I mean, that'd be awesome. But we have Robert Rodriguez and Troublemaker Studios, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. And
what's his name? Richard
Linklater, but he's never in Austin. He's always somewhere else. But and Wes Anderson.
Oh yes.
Who's also always somewhere else. But then what they'll do is, so let's say one of your favorite movies of last year, you're surprised that We Live in Time didn't get a nomination for Best Actor for Andrew Garfield or something like that.
Yeah, or Best Actress.
It's because they didn't put enough money into marketing that aspect of it, especially because A24 is independent, and they wouldn't have put that money into that when they did put it into The Brutalist and Sing Sing to an extent.
I think because only certain studios can only put so much money into a good amount of movies too. So studios like Netflix, Universal, let's say, or Disney can have more of an impact on these movies being pushed towards that.
Netflix absolutely can. They made the debut for I know people keep on saying like the accent in it. We're Latino, we can get away with it. Emilia Perez. With that, I mean, they all say it like it's a French name anyway, because they're all like...
Dude, it's just funny to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to that movie in a second. I'm sure we'll dedicate a lot of time to that. But yeah, you essentially buy your marketing for that. And A24, remember, these are independent studios, so it's not like they can put all of the money that they would necessarily want to into everything.
Yeah.
I do feel like if they could, A24 would like absolutely dominate a year in which they got to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into the actual nominations themselves. I'll read the first one, and then Erwin will work our way backwards, and then we'll
do a popcorn effect.
Yeah. Oh, popcorn reading. Yeah. So, actor in a leading role. The nominees were Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ray Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, and Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. And Adrian Brody did in fact win this. Do you have any takes on this?
I haven't seen that movie, but I did hear a lot that he was gonna win just because of the other, what is it? Like other award shows that had another nominations as well, and Adrian Brody won so many in a row, so I assume he was gonna win.
Yeah. So typically every year, we didn't do it this year, funny enough, we'd like to bet $1.
It's always the ones where we figure like who's gonna win, and then usually it's like that.
And I told you for the most part I guessed everything right. With this one, I didn't know what to think because I have seen all of these. And while I would have loved for Timothée Chalamet to finally...
I didn't think he was going to win regardless.
To finally win one of these. Yeah. It's not like this is his best performance to me. He's incredible in it.
Yes.
But I have seen all of these. Again, Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice is amazing. There's clear reasons why that wouldn't have won anyway, though. But The Apprentice, if you haven't seen it, because it was kind of released in a weird way where it wasn't heavily accessible, I do think it's amazing. It's a great critique of our current president and what led him to be the way that he is. It's very much a character study movie where that specific current president can be so easily imitated in a cartoony way.
Do they showcase that in the movie?
They do, to an extent. That he is essentially kind of a persona manifested by himself due to his own worry and insecurity of how he is portrayed.
Does it break the fourth wall or anything, or just...
No.
Okay. It's just like you're just...
It's very much a straightforward kind of... It's not even a biopic in the traditional sense of like, here's his whole life. It's like, here's an extent of a few years that you can tell that these are the pivotal years that turned him into the person that he is now. And that performance, though, is incredible, and I do think that Sebastian Stan's amazing in that movie. But there's an even slightly better performance to me that I thought was going to win, but we'll get to it. And Ray Fiennes in Conclave, that movie's amazing. I don't know if you...
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, it's
very... I've never seen the trailer many times. I was like, hey, that one looks good.
I'm not going to spoil what that movie does in terms of... Because it's very much If I were to pitch it, it's about gossipy.
Gossip Girl meets what? Gossip Girl meets Silence.
There we go. Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, guys.
I was trying to, but that works. That's what I was trying to think of.
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
But Ray finds.
He's fine.
No, believe it or not, though, like John Lithgow, what you just said sounds like something that character in my head
that's
would
funny.
say. They are that movie's so like backstab, back and forth, whisper things to each other.
Oh, nice.
It's one of those
it's like one short story from Game of Thrones.
No, it's like Game of Thrones. It meets Gossip Girl.
It's so
but it's about Catholics.
Oh, it's like that one season from Game of Thrones where it's like that little cult that happened and Cersei like burned them up all in that palace.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't seen
Guys,
Game
I still
of
haven't
Thrones,
seen this movie.
but he's getting it all right. So. But yeah, there's a reason why that movie in particular has developed a fan base. So
okay, that makes sense. I am eager to see it.
Yeah. So before I get to The Brutalist, a movie, did you see it?
No.
Okay.
That one's 3.5 hours, guys. Guys, I will see it just because I typically like to see all the movies that won for like best leading like actor and actress. So I'll definitely see it.
But before we get to The Brutalist, the most underrated movie on this, like all the nominations. I wish A24 would have campaigned it more. I know why they didn't. It's beautiful. It made me cry. Coleman Domingo and Sing Sing. It's. Do you know what it's about?
I remember seeing the trailers, but
yeah.
Other than that, like I don't really know what it's about.
It's essentially, it reminded me of Paddington 2 because it's
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
in the sense that it's about like prison reform.
Yeah.
And it's about finding the love of what you do in terms of expressing your emotions through acting, and about the system. And it's one of the like sweetest prison movies I've ever seen, for sure. What they even did though is they cast a lot of former people that were in prison originally as people that are in the movie, kind of playing themselves.
Yeah.
But then Coleman Domingo and then a couple actors are playing off of them. And even the play itself is based off of one that was written while they were...
Wait, the movie itself is a play?
No, the movie itself contains a play that was written in their theater program in prison.
Okay.
It's a lot of like... It's not like meta, but it's something...
It seems like a movie that could be as a play.
I definitely think so, because it... does you know what, it might be a play.
Okay, because I'm like, it sounds like does it stick to like certain like areas?
Yeah, like 3 or 4, but it takes place in a prison.
Yeah, so I'm like, where else can you go?
Yeah, you know what, I think it is. I think I literally saw that it's based off of one. I just don't want to get that wrong.
No, that premise seems great though. I can see
it's incredible. Yeah. And Coleman Domingo, like,
what about Sing Street? Remember that movie?
I do remember Sing Street, and I keep thinking that I keep wanting to call it that. But yeah, all these movies were awesome. I'm going to save my thoughts on The Brutalist just for like the best picture stuff. So let's go ahead and get into what do you have there?
Okay. So my category that I'm reading is original screenplay.
Okay.
And so we got Honora, written by Sean Baker. The Brutalist, written by Brady Corbet. Corbet.
Yeah.
And then Mona. This one?
Where am I?
Mona? This one? Mona Fastfold.
Okay, yeah.
A Real Pain by Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
September 5th. Did you see that one?
That's the one that's like one of the couple that I did
written
not
by
get to
3
watch.
people.
Yeah.
And The Substance by, was it Coralie
Forja. Yeah.
Is that French?
It is French.
Oh, yeah. See, guys, I'm a French director too. Yeah, and the winner of this one was Honora. Did you see Honora?
We reviewed Honora.
We did.
Honora.
Guys, we loved Honora. whoa, calm down. I still loved it, okay?
Sure. I loved Honora a lot. Erwin liked it just fine.
Yeah, sure. Go back to the review and watch it. You'll know how I felt about that movie.
Go to that, then go to our best movies of the year, then go to this.
Still on that one. You know what? Did you see Real Pain?
I've seen everything.
I saw all these movies.
Except for September 5th. But we're going off of... Are we on original?
Yeah, the original screenplay.
Oh, I see. So... Here's what's tricky about this. I love Enora a lot. I think that movie is incredible, but I thought personally this was an amazing year for movies. I know literally every year we argue, was it a good year for movies?
I feel like every year is always a good
but
year
then
for
there's
movies.
always people that are like, I saw 3 things, so no, I wasn't.
Yeah. I saw, what's that one video game movie that came out last year with Jamie Lee Curtis? Yeah, I saw Borderlands, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Wicked.
Yeah, and you're like...
It was the worst year for movies.
I liked 2 of those. But here's what's tricky about this. When I saw A Real Pain, I really liked it while I was watching it, but it was very much one of those, like, when it was done, I sat with it, and I was like, it's very clearly great. There's a lot to it. It's not that long.
Yeah.
But there's...
Do you think it was a movie more so for like performance type of thing, or is it just like the story itself?
It is very much about here's what's hard to explain. Do you know what that's about? Do you?
A little bit from what I remember.
It's about two cousins that go on a trip after their grandma dies to process their emotions and sort of deal, like, you can tell there's a past there, but the emotions, Kieran Culkin is incredible in this movie, so is Jesse Eisenberg, but the dialogue, it's a very dialogue-centric movie, and it is entirely an actor showcase for sure, but it's also a writer showcase. So it's why I saw people kind of arguing about, like, oh, should this have won or should Enora have won? Somebody was like, just because it has the most dialogue doesn't mean it was the most well-written one. But that's not to discount the fact that this is a very well-written movie.
So you thought A Real Pain was going to win?
I thought that it was actually going to. Enora, I kind of in my head thought that or The Brutalist was going to win Best Picture. But that winning Best Screenplay, I respect and makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these movies do have deeper levels to them. Everything here does. You know what I actually was kind of hoping would win?
What?
The Substance, even though it's very much a more, like, visually heavy...
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. All right, what's the next one?
I think we're in actor in a supporting role.
Oh, nice.
Which, let's look. Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist.
Guy Pearce was in it?
He was, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown. Yura Borisov for Enora. And then Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain.
Who's Yura Borisov?
The bald guy.
Really? That's surprising. I'm kind of shocked. I'm glad he got nominated.
Yeah, he's really good in it. Because he...
I didn't think he was going to win.
No, I didn't think so either. But he...
I was like, there's no way. I looked at the whole list. I was like, there's no way he's going to win.
He was one of the more understated performances in that. And he doesn't really even talk until the third act.
Yeah.
But I love Kieran Culkin a lot, but I'm going to echo my thoughts on Succession. I thought Jeremy Strong, my own personal opinion, should have won this.
Dude, this was just like the Emmys.
Literally the same thing.
That's so funny.
And Jeremy Strong, if you haven't...
I'm sorry. I'm just visualizing their characters looking at one another. And Jeremy Strong are like...
No, did you see the speech whenever he's like, Jeremy Strong, I love you, and then it cuts to Jeremy Strong and he's like... He's always making the same face.
Yeah, that's so good.
I love him. Like, I have a massive respect for Jeremy Strong. No, not really.
Yeah.
You know who's incredible?
I have a massive...
Yeah, that's it. A mastiff? Like a dog?
Yeah.
Edward Norton's awesome in A Complete Unknown, but I mean, it's like one of those things where I'm like, I feel like
he's been doing the same performance
lately.
He hasn't really pushed himself lately.
Yeah,
so.
that makes sense. Guy Pearce, though, that makes sense. If you've seen The Brutalist, he is phenomenal in it. He's kind of he's in it in a way where I don't want to ruin what his character is because it's a massive spoiler.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, don't spoil it.
No, I won't. Not especially when he hasn't seen a bunch of these, apparently. But
why'd you say it like that? I can't wait till we get to the animated section.
Because I haven't seen, 2 of them? Did you see Wallace and Gromit?
No, I want
Avengers Most Foul?
Did you see Did you see it?
No.
Dude, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Did you see A Wild Robot?
Uh-huh.
The Wild Robot?
No. What's wild is that one didn't win.
No, I know. And I mean, I can't say that I thought it should have. I haven't seen...
I hear great things about Wild Robot.
And I hear great things about Flow. So. All right, go on to yours.
All right, mine is adapted screenplay.
Okay.
So I have Conclave, which I haven't seen.
Which kicks ass, yeah.
A Complete Unknown, I have seen. Emilia Perez. Nickel Boys, you've seen that one.
I have seen that.
And Sing Sing.
I've seen that too.
Oh, adapted screenplay. So it must have been a...
Screenplay based on... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay,
so,
yeah.
Because I was like, the way you were describing it, I was like, that sounds like...
It sounds like a playwright, yeah. Not a playwright. That's the person who writes a play.
Isn't he writing for a play?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Okay.
But the winner was Conclave.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
So
since you've seen it,
do you want to? When do you want to get into Emilia Perez? Whenever we get to Best Actress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best Actress and/or the song.
So, Conclave rightfully won this to me.
Yeah.
Because it's very much one. Like I said, it's one of those dialogue-based. It's a trick, right? In the sense of, I feel like it's really hard to navigate a tightrope for movies like this. You describe it to somebody. You're like, it's about popes trying to select the next, or not popes or cardinals. It's about cardinals trying to select the next pope, and you're like,
the birds?
Okay, and that's what the Catholic people are called, Catholic priests. But to an extent, you're sort of like, it's hard to make a movie sound interesting whenever you describe it like that, right? But whenever you can get that done, and you can write something that is like, that movie is edge of your seat. Whenever you watch it, it's dialogue heavy. The acting, it's one of those movies where a lot of the acting's behind the eyes, but it's also through the dialogue, where dialogue can mean like 4 different things, because there's that like sort of layering of meaning stacking on top of each other with that, and that's why I love that movie so much.
Damn, bro.
But
keep talking about Conclave.
It's good. It's really good.
I'll see it.
Okay.
I'm convinced.
Nickel Boys I'm going to talk about whenever we get to the cinematography.
Okay.
Or because it wasn't nominated and it should have been. But
what else would you
actually maybe I will now, just because I think this is like the one nomination it's in. Nickel Boys is amazing.
What's it about?
It is one of these movies, so I was apprehensive to watch it. It was like the last on my list. It was one of those like 50s, 60s segregation movies about... Just there's so many of them, right?
I mean, there's one or two every year. So.
Yeah, so I was apprehensive to watch it. However, it is devastating. It is really sad, but it's also more experimental than anything else. It's shot from 2 different separate first-person point of views.
Oh,
it bounces back and forth between 2 separate characters, and it's essentially told from their perspective, and the way it shifts is really cool because it'll be from the first person, and then you'll see the other person looking back at that person. You can tell that's when they've switched. It's almost seamless in how it works. But it is adapted because it's based off of a book. But you can tell that without the additional camera stuff, the cinematography, the way it's directed, I feel like the writing, you'd be like, this is just another one of these. So as much as I loved this movie and I respected it, it not winning Best Adapted Screenplay did make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what's your category?
I'm in an actress in the leading role.
Oh, nice. Go for it.
Okay. We don't have too much to say just because we've already talked about Nora enough. But
yeah. Nora makes sense.
Oh, wait.
Which one?
No, we'll wait until actress. The Fernando Torres for I'm Still Here, which I didn't get to see.
Yes.
Demi Moore for The Substance.
Yes.
Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez. Let's just move on from that. Cynthia Erivo.
Wow, we're not gonna address it.
Do you want to?
No. For
Wicked, and Mikey Madison for Nora. And
honestly, the only 2 I would say is either Nora or The Substance.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wicked,
I think
she's the...
Yes, she's great, but I feel like when it came to certain nominations for Wicked, well, I guess whenever we get to it, those I could see winning.
Yeah.
More so than for Best Actress.
Okay.
Maybe just because like I'm waiting to see what they do for the second part.
What did you think of these overall? Don't answer about Emilia Perez yet, but like everything else.
Oh, the other movies?
Yeah.
I've seen 4 of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think these are all great choices. I definitely think that maybe if I saw these other movies too, maybe I could have said something else. But this just reminds me of like other movie like Challengers.
I'm gonna say you could very easily remove one of these and put Zendaya in here. Yeah.
No, I don't think she would have won regardless.
Still though, like It's her being there. Like,
yeah, I mean, why wasn't Challengers nominated?
Because people I feel like the Academy hates Luca Guadagnino, and I could not tell you why.
Call Me by Your Name was nominated for like one or two songs.
Songs? Was it not nominated for Best Picture?
I think it was it.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It came out 20.
It did, didn't it?
14, 13.
Yeah, we saw. When did we watch that? 2016.
Was it?
We'll have to look at it.
I don't know. Okay.
Read that and I'll look it up.
Okay. Which one's mine? Oh, visual effects.
Hell yeah.
So we got Dune Part 2, Alien Romulus, Better Man, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. Better Man's the one where it's the artist.
Yeah.
The British
Did
artist.
you bust out laughing whenever it showed the effects of him and then he had like a perm and he was a monkey?
I started laughing when it's just people saying, why do they keep recommending me this movie? I don't know who this artist is. That's what's so funny. And it's like they showcase how much money this movie was made for.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like how much it made in revenue. And it's like a third of how much
because
the movie was made. Nobody watched it.
We're in the U.S. No one knows who this is. No. For us. He has a song in Finding Nemo.
Oh, he is? Yeah. Oh. But he's big. Yeah. In just the UK, but other places, but not here, that's why it's just funny to me.
You know what I think his monkey's paw situation is that he...
There's what?
Do you know what a monkey's paw is?
Is that an idiom?
Yeah. So it's like whenever...
I don't like idioms.
Yeah, I know, but like... What'd you call me? It's whenever you wish on something and you get everything you want except for like the one thing, right?
Okay. So what is it?
I feel like his whole thing was like, I want to be famous. And he very specifically in interviews said he wants to be famous in the U.S.
Oh.
And he ended up famous literally everywhere
else
but here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought they wanted him to be a monkey just so that way it's different from other biopics.
Well, he was like, I've always seen myself as lesser or whatever the fuck.
He looks the same as most people.
No,
if anything, he could sing, which makes him
like,
better.
I've always seen myself more primal like a monkey. I'm like, we all do, dude.
We
like,
all have certain features,
you're not special.
I'm a monkey too. Wait, okay, but the winner was Dune Part 2.
Wait, for what?
Visual effects.
Makes sense. I mean, movie's incredible.
Dune Part 2, yeah, great.
They should have won a whole lot of other stuff, but
yeah, I mean, it should have gotten nominated more.
We'll take the scraps that we can get. I feel like being a huge
Alien
fan,
Romulus was great too.
Yeah, that made sense. I forgot that was nominated until like they announced.
King of the Planet of the Apes makes sense.
That's a given.
Yeah,
I like.
Wicked, same thing.
Yeah, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes though. There's like that's not even the most technically impressive one. It's like the second or the third.
Oh,
that is.
Are
you ready to get to it?
Yeah.
We're going to do it. We're going to talk about this movie now because we haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
All right. So let's start from the bottom. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. As much as I love this movie, she's in this for like 2 seconds. I don't understand.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Felicity Jones for The Brutalist.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about this?
Yeah.
She doesn't show up till halfway through.
Oh.
And it's a really long movie.
Yeah. So
Ariana Grande. Yeah. Ariana Grande for Wicked.
I mean, I think it's my same opinion when it came to Cynthia as well.
I think I said in our review of Wicked that she would get nominated.
Yeah.
Monica Barbero for A Complete Unknown. Makes sense. I thought she was great in it.
I'd say so.
Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez.
Guys.
So let's talk about it because we haven't talked about this movie yet. We both have seen it, though.
Yes, we saw it.
We should have reviewed this one.
Yeah, we should have.
So, I don't know if you're expecting a hot take from us on this, but let's do a little mini review of this movie here right now because I'm sure you're going to want to hear our thoughts on this. Emilia Perez, what'd you think of it?
I hate... I absolutely dislike this movie so much. And I'm like, I hate the... No, guys, there's so much in this movie that's just completely just bad.
Yeah.
And seeing Zoe Saldana just even winning this award for her performance it's just so funny to me because everyone else in this movie besides her is terrible. They're all so bad.
Can you acknowledge who you're a fan of?
I love Selena Gomez, guys. I've had a celebrity crush on her ever since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And even in this movie, I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible.
The
like,
only
she's
reason
doing terrible.
The only reason I asked you that is just to prove the point.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Like,
it's like there's no way for me to defend her in this.
I found a lot of it astonishingly weird in a not good way.
Yeah.
And that's typically not where I come from on things like this. We have gone on record so many different times about movies that are critically panned. Go back to our Joker 2 review, where even I'm like, I got what they were going for. I understood. I liked the chances. I like that movie. However, with this one, every single thing every person has been saying about it is correct.
Yeah, I just want to know what people who did love it. That's the thing. Yeah. There are people out there who love this movie, and I just want to know what about it that they just connect well with it. And it's because in this movie there's so many just shots. It's
well made. It's like
I don't think it's well made either.
I mean, well shot, but like not.
I just think the editing was awful.
Oh, it was.
Well.
No, that part. Concession on that. Yeah,
yeah, and so it's that, and it's just like I remember this one part. I forgot what the guy's name, the lover for Selena Gomez.
I don't even know
him. I forgot his name. But the part where he was like running and he's getting chased and it was just like shaky cam, and I'm like, what is this? Yeah. And I just didn't like that whatsoever. But a lot of the scenes seemed like it was just shot one take, that's it. And I was like, all right, guys, move on.
This movie didn't make sense to me in terms of its execution. I've never seen something so clearly want to be operatic, but then take itself so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
It was like, at points, I get it, French people.
Wait, let's explain what the story is.
Because story doesn't even make sense. So like the first half of the movie is a different movie than the second half.
Because I'm just like, how does somebody who's like a drug cartel leader, just like, okay, I've been feeling this way and I want to transition to a woman.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it's like, I want to start doing good because I want to see my kid. It's like I'm just like, what?
The story about the drug dealer and all that stuff felt like I thought that was the movie.
Yes,
and
me
so
too.
For a while I was like, at least I know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
It pivots completely in the second half where it's like, oh my god, I feel bad for all the bad I've done. And then like abandons the other thing. She pretty much transitions, and then that's like, okay, we're done with that now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was supposed to be like a 2-act play type feeling thing because it is a musical.
Yeah.
And
it shouldn't have been a musical.
We love musicals, and what did you think of the music in this?
It was bad.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy any of the music.
Yeah.
You know, the more I think about it, I'm lowering my score. Did you see my score?
I don't know what did I give this? I don't know.
Guys, I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I think I did 2, but it's not that.
I feel like every time I talk about that movie, I hate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to drop it down more and more.
What got me for a lot of it, I was kind of staring at it like this. I was like,
I do agree with you. The first half, I was still interested.
It was at least like a thing.
Yes.
But then the moment she starts whenever it's essentially the pivoting moment. Whenever she's like, I need you to get my kids. And then from then on, you're just like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, because it's like, why are you making these dumb decisions? Because everything else made sense, what you were trying to do. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like you knew what was going to happen. It's like, why would you do that to that character?
That's actually another thing. If you want us to root for people in this, they're all infuriating.
Yes.
There's a moment in this, I have not heard anyone talk about this, so I'm going to mention it. Why is it in here? There's a moment where Zoe Saldana, for some reason, wants a BBL, gets one, and then it's never acknowledged again.
She does?
Yes.
When?
There's a part where she's like, I'm not satisfied with my ass, whenever she's singing a song. And then she goes, and whatever.
Yes.
The infamous moment, you've seen it. If you have seen any part of this movie, it's the part on Twitter that I saw all the time before I saw this.
You're on a different part of Twitter.
No, you didn't see this clip a lot?
No.
Where it was I cannot believe that this is in a movie. And it's I'm not going to do the singing because dear God, but it's whenever it's saying, I want to talk to you about a sex change operation.
Yeah.
And
don't get me wrong, I know that scene. But
it's just, penis to vagina, vagina to penis. Yes. I got, what is it called? A penisectomy or something like that? But they chant it over and over, and it got stuck in my head for way too long.
No, the part that got stuck in is penis to vagina. And I'm like, I feel like I'm back in middle school again.
Dude, that's the part where I was
after leaving sex education classes and going, penis and vagina.
You know the gif of their pen on fire where it's somebody's like, oh, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't. No,
guys. And then, okay. I know we haven't talked about...
we did a small review.
Because we should have talked about that all on its own. No, I know. We'll be okay. But what's up next? We're gonna have to bring up Emilia Perez again because that best song bullshit.
Oh yeah, I was pissed about that too. All right, sound. I have Dune Part 2, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot, and Dune Part 2 won.
I'm gonna acknowledge it's really uncommon for an animated movie to get more than something outside of the animated feature. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, everything else in here makes it. Emilia Perez, I mean, I heard everything. So I guess that makes sense. I did hear everything in that movie.
My take on the sound of Emilia Perez is...
actually, I didn't hear any procedures, so I didn't think I should have gone nominated for a sound.
I was gonna say, like, I couldn't hear any of it because the singing was bad, so I put it on mute.
Did you really watch the movie then?
I saw the movie.
Oh.
I sat there. I didn't pause it. I pulled out my Simple Mills popped pizza cheddar things that I like to eat.
Nice.
And I was just sort of like shaking my head the entire time. Animated feature. Okay.
Here we go. Finally.
The Wild Robot. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
Dude.
Memoir of a Snail. Inside Out 2. And Flow. And this is like the one that I have not seen that he did. So I'm going to ask you, what did you think of Flow?
I was shocked. I didn't think I was going to love this movie as much as everybody else did. But after watching it, I totally understand why people love this movie. Yeah. What do you know about it?
That it's about a cat living in a dystopian world while other animals also live there and trying to thrive and find its way somewhere.
Okay. Do you want me to spoil it?
No, please.
All right, cool. Because there's one thing I didn't know about this movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't look up anything about it besides just like, oh, okay, like it's just some animated movie and I see a cat. And I'm like, I guess I'm following this cat around.
Yeah.
And it surprised me, and it does such a great job in showcasing like just like certain like aspects of like these animals.
Yeah.
In this movie, they do a great job.
It's also entirely silent, right?
Yeah, that's the thing that surprised me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was no voice.
Yeah.
No human voices or nothing, and the way they just like showcase the emotional aspects of the animals, they did a great job. And it's beautifully made. Yeah. Because it reminds me a lot of like Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. And it's like the very like art style type of like paintbrush in a way.
The only footage I've seen of it is from what they showed at the Oscars. Yeah. The only like real experience I've had with it is that I had a ticket to go watch it at a certain time and I got busy doing something.
Yeah.
I just didn't get to.
Sorry, man.
It's on Max. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it makes sense why Flow won.
It does?
Yes.
It's funny because The Wild Robot is about like talking animals. Yeah. And I loved that movie a lot. It's like a watercolor based like aesthetic also. It's kind of funny that
they both have similar
like DNA to them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Foul, but considering how I feel about Wallace and Gromit, I bet it's incredible. So it's
me too. I remember watching the other movies and they were great too.
They showed the clip of the penguin and the like,
that was good.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 for those 2 seconds.
Did you see Memoir of a Snail?
I haven't seen it. I know 2 people that have, and they said it was really good.
What is it about?
I don't know.
No, okay, me too.
Inside Out 2 we've reviewed.
I mean, it's Pixar. There's always one.
It's Pixar, and it was actually great. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. I remember our review of that. We just talked about puberty for like...
Oh, we did?
Yeah, a while.
All right, so mine is live action short film. I got The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent, The Last Ranger. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Anuja. Oh, this one?
Alien. I'm Not a Robot.
I'm Not a Robot.
So
and I'm Not a Robot 1. Guys, I did not see any of these live action films.
I feel like we could skip this part. we're just going to say to move on because they don't even make them that accessible to us.
That's what sucks.
Yeah. So my animated short film, In the Shadow of the Cypress. I liked how this looked, by the way. That's like what they showed. Beautiful Men.
Hey.
We could have gotten up there. Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, and Yucky. So you can... What are you at?
Production design.
Okay.
So mine's production design. I have Nosferatu, Dune Part 2, Conclave, Brutalist, and Wicked.
And how'd you feel about that?
Wicked won. I think it makes sense.
When they showed the amount of like shit they built for all of these, I was really surprised. I did not know that Conclave, like, they built that. I thought that was actually there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, everything else makes sense. I mean, I'm glad that Wicked won something, to be honest, because I loved Wicked a lot.
Yeah.
And, of course, Nosferatu singing and getting nominated, that was great to see as well.
I actually have Nosferatu and something up next.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, I'll save this one last.
Yeah, Best Picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hold off on that. So mine is cinematography, one of the more categories I am personally more passionate about. Nosferatu, because of course, I mean, what can, like, honestly,
dude, that one was so beautiful.
Maria, the one with Angelina Jolie, they didn't really even like release it here, I feel.
No.
Emilia Perez.
Dude, guys, stop! Stop! 13 nominations?
Dune Part 2.
Okay.
And The Brutalist.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. Was it the best shot out of all of these? I mean, all right,
shot for shot. For Brutalist and Dune Part 2. Go.
Well, Dune, but like that's my number one movie of the year, and it was yours too. But
okay, but I haven't seen The Brutalist.
The Brutalist was beautiful. It does go for this very sort of, because it does take place in the 40s, 50s, around that time period. I'm big on that time period. I love like Mad Men.
Oh, you love the 40s and 50s, huh?
No.
Okay.
I love the aesthetic.
You love the aesthetic
look of how it's captured in movies, and honestly,
so you like to take terrible times during those decades and make it look aesthetic.
Did you like Emilia Perez?
No, stop recommending me that movie. As I say to Netflix, stop, dislike. I disliked it.
Want to see more like this?
No, please.
Don't ever say any shit like that to me again.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right, original song. Oh.
Song? Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah.
Never Too Late.
We get to talk about it again.
By Elton John. Dang, twice? Mi Camino, Emilia Perez.
Yeah.
Like a Bird, Sing Sing.
That song,
The
I didn't know
Journey,
was
the 6888, and El Mal, Emilia Perez.
Oh, the 6888, I'm a big fan of her.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Guys, El Mal won. I don't understand. I didn't even know we got nominated for 2 songs.
Which is that? Which, like, so, I don't know any of the names of any of the songs, and what song is that?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
El Mal?
I don't want. Don't, please.
Well, I gotta at least find out, because if it's the one where... Oh,
yeah.
You know what? This is the one part of the movie I like.
I didn't like any of it. I did not like that song.
I liked the coordination, and I liked the
choreography.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I liked every time it flicked to, like, with the lights.
Oh.
I'm just now realizing, though, I'm not talking about the song.
It's an actual song, guys. No, I did not like. If anything, I don't even know. I didn't.
She's
kind of
like growling that song, right? She goes like rah rah, and like.
Dude, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. Whatever. All right, you're next.
Okay. That's not nominated for anything.
I was not even talking about the song.
No, the movie's called You're Next. Costume design. I forgot Gladiator 2 was nominated for anything, but
that's great.
Nosferatu.
It looks like gladiators.
Yeah, they sure did. We talked about how much we liked the costumes. Yeah. Gladiator 2, Conclave, A Complete Unknown, and Wicked. This makes sense.
That makes sense. Wicked.
Yeah. But I do want to address that the Conclave costumes are awesome too. I'm just putting that out there.
Didn't you see them going like this?
Dude, there's so many moments. Like they do that Denzel Washington thing where they can, you can tell they're feeling themselves because the way they act, they're all like flipping their.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly.
Yeah. All right, my next category is original score. So I have The Wild Robot, Wicked, Emilia Perez, Conclave, and The Brutalist. Dude, no, that's brutal. Hearing Emilia Perez over and over again. I guess I'm the brutalist.
You stole my joke from before we started.
Sorry, guys. I said it first.
It was about Adrian Brody with his 6-minute long speech.
Yes. 6 is long?
It was so long. Like, no.
So what are your thoughts? Original score for the winner, Brutalist.
Perfect sense.
Okay.
It does have a very specific theme it uses over and over.
Oh, okay.
And it changes the context of what it means over the course of it. I've never quite seen something so triumphant feeling and sounding.
Like the song? Or like the score?
The score.
Oh, okay.
Turn into something else by subtly changing it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that movie's incredible. Like we haven't even talked about it yet. I wish we could have talked about it because
Yeah.
that movie is perfect. I loved every single aspect of it.
Nice.
What's up next? Directing?
Yeah.
Oh. So, The Substance by Coralie Farshad. Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez.
Dude, I'm tired.
By Jacques Audiard. A Complete Unknown by James Mangold. Which is... I love this movie, but this is interesting to me.
A Complete Unknown?
Yeah. The Brutalist by Brady Corbet.
Mm-hmm.
And Honora with Sean Baker. And Sean Baker won this. Huge win for independent film, I think.
Yes.
But also The Brutalist was independent as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Honora's budget is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $6 million.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that low. I was kind of shocked by that.
I'm sure a lot of it, because I've seen his other stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you've seen his other stuff. I think you saw Tangerine.
Yes.
And,
Sean Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And a movie I love, The Florida Project.
Oh, yeah, I see that one.
Yeah. This makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If anything, I wouldn't have mind if The Substance won for Best Directing as well.
I feel like The Substance did go a little unregarded for sure.
Yeah.
But like
Margaret Qualley could have been nominated for like Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, I actually thought she did, but instead she
Yeah.
did like a James Bond like 7-minute performance up there that I was
Yeah.
kind of confused about. But
All right.
What's
My
next?
next is makeup and hairstyling.
okay.
So we got Wicked, Nosferatu. Hey, nice. Out there again.
Thanks,
Emilia
man.
Perez. Guys, please. A Different Man and The Substance. And The Substance won.
The Substance should have won
Yeah,
this.
it
Yeah,
made
there's
sense.
just no way that it like
That's what like majority of that movie was about.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
that doesn't work. Then the movie doesn't necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna read this off really quick. I'm gonna read both of these off because we haven't seen any of these. Documentary, feature film, No Other Land, Black Box.
How do you know I didn't
Diaries.
see any of these?
Did you?
No.
Porcelain War, soundtrack to a coup d'etat, Sugar Cane, and then documentary short film, The Only Girl in the Orchestra. I will say, these all looked good, but
From those 2 seconds, they look great.
but they don't make them available to us. We're not Oscar
Yeah, that's what
voters,
sucks.
so if you want us to,
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
to vote for the
To the vote, we're in a group full of like 80-year-old men.
yeah, you're like, what's the best movie here? I'm like, oh, Furiosa.
Guys, Dune Part 2! No! I'd love to know.
I fell asleep halfway through.
Guys, The Brutalist! No, I didn't even
I
finish
still would
it.
have put the Death by Numbers, I Am Ready, Warden, Incident, and Instrument of a Beating Heart.
Mine's international feature film.
Hey, we're almost there. We have like 3 left, and
Okay.
then
Well, there's Latvia?
Flow, right?
Yeah. The Seed of the Sacred Fig, Germany. Emilia Perez, France. The Girl with the Needle, Denmark. And I'm Still Here, Brazil. And that won.
So
Brazil.
explain to me why you think Emilia Perez should have won.
Because of the representation of France. The French director.
We got that. We got that with
Oh.
The Substance. We're good. You mean the representation of France when it's a movie that takes place in Mexico and is supposed to be about Mexico?
Mexican, yeah,
Can we talk about one more thing about that movie?
No.
We
Okay,
have a fair amount of personal experience with Spanish, right?
Yes.
What-
Just from like life experience
Yeah.
and taking Spanish courses.
So my question to you
Oh.
is: the Spanish in that movie felt like what to you?
Spanish one.
Yeah,
It felt like certain students who just jumped into like Spanish
Yeah.
for the first time and was just like conjugating and
Literally
getting ready to
whatever.
turn in the first assignment without actually studying
it
too.
felt like to me Spanish 1 where
Yeah.
we have to give those oral
Oh my-
presentations
At the end of the year,
Yeah.
we're standing there with our paper.
and like Chadbert White has to get up there and
Jasper White, dude, that's good.
and gives
Black.
then gives a
okay.
presentation that's like
Wait, remember it's like beating a horse or something.
Yeah.
What are your idioms?
oh yeah,
What is it? Like something with
beating a dead horse.
yeah.
Yeah, you're really
You
good
like
at that.
idioms.
No, but he gets up there and he's like, "Como estas?" And then it's like,
yeah, Chad.
Yeah. It's like, bien, y tú. And then the Spanish teacher is like, great job, guys.
Hey, guys, we're all getting an A. It's just participation here.
And then they stutter over the words. They're like, hang on, sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hang on, sorry. That's like, this is 6th grade. Why do you have a deep voice? It's like, is everyone just hitting puberty so fast?
I was thinking more about not, like, hang on.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then your crush is sitting in the front row.
You're like, oh god.
And you're just red and sweating.
And you can't finish it. And then you get an 85.
And you... It's like, just because you put cake and you just feel the love tonight, doesn't mean you get an A.
Okay, that's a
Dang
me
it. Oh, okay. What's my next? Oh, is it your turn?
Oh, you know what? We have 2 left. Do you want to do the best picture ones, or do you want to do film editing and then I do best picture? Which one?
I mean, we'll just do both. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Okay.
like together.
You want to do film? Okay.
Let's do film editing.
All right. Film editing was Wicked.
Okay, makes sense.
What the fuck, Emilia Perez?
Guys, that's insane.
Conclave,
Brutalist.
The Brutalist, and Honora.
Huh.
So interesting to me because Honora I know was heavily improvised.
Dude,
so
Challengers would have won.
Yeah.
The way that movie was.
Yeah. I mean, our real answer to this is that Challenger should be here.
Yes.
It should have won. But The Brutalist is incredible.
Yeah.
Out of all of these.
What about Conclave? Do you think?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Wicked is a great movie. Do not
Yes.
get me wrong, but I didn't think that that was anything that.
No.
This movie is poorly edited, though. I don't know why it's here.
Yeah, Emilia Perez. Yes.
Yeah. The pacing in that is ridiculous. Some of it goes by way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it goes by way too slow. But by the time you get to that Selena Gomez song where she's like in a karaoke booth or something.
Dude, that was so short though.
Yeah, but at that point for me is when I was like, this movie feels really long.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, that was one of those character decisions in that movie that didn't make sense to me. Where it's like, she's like, I'm gonna leave, and then she's like, I'm getting married, and then, what's her name? The main lady. Emilia Perez.
Oh. Did we watch this movie?
That movie did feel like a fever dream. It felt like I took a NyQuil and then watched the musical.
It's because the way it was shot too.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
Like I said, I get there going for like.
I wish we both saw that in theaters together.
If you and I both saw it together, we'd look at each other and be like, it's like, want anything else? We're like,
us excited knowing the check's coming, so there's 30 minutes left. Thank God.
Dude, oh my God.
Okay. What? Oh, best pictures. Let's go. All right. So Wicked got nominated.
Okay, yeah. The Substance.
Nickel Boys.
Great movie.
You're gonna say it next. I said Nickel Boys. Popcorn.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay. Oh, Emilia Perez. Guys. You suck.
I'm so happy you got to say it. Oh, Dune Part 2.
Conclave.
Wait, hang on. My thing's stuck.
No. Dude.
I can tell it's a complete unknown.
Okay.
A complete unknown.
The Brutalist.
And then the best picture winner, I actually guessed this, Honora.
You thought it was going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. I feel like the Academy kind of tries to not gear towards like the main pick. I feel like they gear towards something that is about
a message
in terms of, these all have a message,
yes.
Every single one of them, but something having to do with the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's why I thought The Brutalist was going to win originally.
Mm-hmm.
But that one's more about the deconstruction, but so is this one.
Mm-hmm.
Honora and The Brutalist, in my like galaxy, like trying to connect these two way, are about similar things in terms of just how America sells a false reality.
Yeah.
And I loved this. It very much, all the marketing I know was like, Pretty Woman meets this, but like they do try to go for something I feel that is accessible enough to an audience where you're like...
Yeah, I think the marketing when it comes to Honora, it gives a different type of story that when people anticipate. But when you actually watch the movie and you sit back and realize what the message is trying about, or like what it's trying to be, and like the real reason behind like these sex works and like the American dream and just trying to like basically being able to like achieve something greater for yourself, and it's like just reality sets in, it's something great, and like being aware of it too.
Anora to me felt like a fusion of like a 70s movie mixed with the current day sort of anxieties that are put into things. You can tell that the person that directed this, Sean Baker, has a lot of experience with. This is very much a modern century story in terms of the ability to have a dream presented to you and then have it all taken away, and then like the sort of crashing down that comes with that. But
I didn't think Honora was gonna win because it reminded me of Past Lives.
Oh, I love
in a way,
movie, yeah.
Just because of like short budgeted and like the story behind it's not similar stories whatsoever.
Yeah,
but it's just like the same like central like message in it. So I didn't think it was gonna win.
We can talk about the one thing I think that we both complain about off of. I don't know if we've ever recorded our thoughts on this before.
Which one?
There's a thing that happens with Best Picture winners and movies that are critically well received and loved once they get extra popular. And what happens after that is, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's like a mob mentality, we now hate this movie.
Yes.
Why does that happen?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell me. Dude, you're the one that gets like different tweets than I do.
No, I do. Some goober on Twitter or whatever is
Why are you
like
pointing at me? Some goober. And I'm like, dude, I just told you.
It's like, you know what? I kind of hate Honora. And then everybody else is like, bro, I have been saying this the entire time. And then it's like, it's always the same shit with literally.
And then he gets on his feed for like the next like.
And then I send a billion
to me, and I'm like, dude, what is this?
And then I get a.
People are still loving Honora on my feed.
Yeah, and then I get some Galaxy Brain take that's like, I think Emilia Perez has set boundaries for people, and that this is what movies should be.
Sounds like Chad's back. Chad White is back.
He's got this like super serious media analysis.
Yeah, because his Spanish teacher gave him an A for his oral presentation, so now he knows.
I know all things Mexico, everybody.
I know all things Mexico. I know there's only one Mexico, so I know what Mexico is.
Yeah, it's the one in France.
The one in France.
Because they didn't shoot in Mexico. They shot somewhere in France, I guess. It didn't even look... Yeah, it was so weird looking.
Yeah, they said that they just created the backgrounds and everything, like the production and everything, because it's cheaper to do so.
To shoot in France? Can I tell you the funniest thing to me that's in this movie? That's like, there's a lot. But not Honora.
Oh, Emilia Perez,
yeah. In order to show us that they're in Mexico, they cut to mariachis wearing really big sombreros. It was at that point where I was like, dude, what the hell?
Like, it's a director that's didn't even take the time to actually like learn about the culture and or just like the area itself.
See, like, I didn't know if that was going to get to me, but no, it got to me. Just because I was like, did you not look anything up? And proudly enough.
Well, because like you've seen other directors actually take time to be like, I didn't know about this culture, and we got these people who actually do to tell us and like get us like well versed about these cultures in order for us to shoot something properly. And it's literally night and day seeing like how much effort people put into these type of movies.
No, and then this movie like goes so far as to get 13 Oscar nominations, which I heard was a tie for the most.
For like I think Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, which is crazy. Imagine saying that this movie's on like any level of Return of the King. Imagine like this shouldn't be here. It's an anomaly to me that it was.
Yeah,
however,
and it won like what, two
things, I think. Two
it was many. Bound to win one of these.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. I'm
surprised that I don't know. Like everything about this. Think about it this way though. If those tweets wouldn't have surfaced, this would have fucking swept. I bet you that this would have like even gone so far as to get to the best picture, like what is this, original screenplay, adapted, whatever.
Oh, for Emilia Perez?
Yeah.
I think it was original.
But
no, it was adapted.
You know, there's a world in which that didn't happen. This sweeps.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm kind of curious what that world looks like. Do we admit that this movie's bad? Do we like? I don't know.
I think it depends if whenever it would get made again.
Yeah.
Type of thing, but it would be decades before it would be touched.
All I know is that I saw it and it's in its current state. And I feel like even if we were to have reviewed it and none of that would have happened, we both still would have felt the same.
Yeah, maybe if they took out the musical aspect,
Yeah,
it would have been less harsh.
For the first time in my life with a musical, I was like, oh, great, another fucking song.
Yeah. It's like, now I understand when people say I hate musicals.
Yeah. But, yeah, overall, what'd you think of the
winners?
Yeah.
I think it was pretty solid. There's been times where it's like, why did this one win instead of this person type of thing? I still think about the Sylvester Stallone one.
Oh, right.
With Mark Rylance. And I'm just like, damn, he's never going to get nominated again.
Yeah.
Well, because like Stallone, he's already old and he did a great job.
He's not about to get nominated for Rambo, that's for sure.
Or no, Expendables 6 or 8.
I think there's like 5 of them.
Oh my God.
4? Are there 4 of them? I just know that whichever one that came out last year is apparently horrendous. But
I didn't even know that one came out.
Yeah, nobody knew that.
Yeah.
Megan Fox is in it.
I guess I'll watch it.
That's what I know about it.
I didn't know.
But my one other complaint is that when that lady won Best Song for...
Oh, dude, yeah. That was so funny.
It was awkward. It was weird.
That's what I do whenever I sing
Wicked. I know.
Okay. Okay, you didn't have to say it like that. Whoa, whoa!
Feeling the same as I do. Whatever.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
I guess I'm El Mav.
Bad, yeah.
That's what I said.
El Bad.
Alright, Chad, bro, white. Dude, that was so funny.
It's like, how do you feel? Mal.
I feel mal. Oh. Alright. Overall, it was good. It was a good year.
I mean,
it could have. I wish Challenges got nominated more. So, but
it's the same shit every year. There's always like one movie where you're like, where
is it?
Everything.
Where's everything?
Yeah. Where's my Josh O'Connor and Mike Faced stuff?
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had to pick one of those two, I don't know. They're in it in equal amount. Who's better in that? They're
both great.
They were all they were a trio.
Yeah, they could have been one of those things where it's like both getting nominated for leading roles.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
I don't know. I guess we'll see them at the MTV Movie Awards for like Best Kiss or something like that. That's shitty. But
Dude. Best relationship in a movie.
And then the Rock shows up and he's like, the presenter.
Hey guys, I'm the Rock. Here you go. Best kiss to 2 dudes.
And then I think Josh O'Connor apparently is like super socially awkward. So
really?
Like, thanks.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, I mean, same thing as me. I really liked the show. Mm-hmm. I liked the songs.
You like Conan?
Yeah, I thought he was a great presenter. I thought the James Bond tribute was weird, but still cool.
Why did they do a tribute?
I have no clue.
Oh.
That's why I was like, why'd they do this? The In Memoriam was kind of too short because...
wait.
No, the reason
you wanted more people?
I wanted... No, not in that way.
Okay.
The tribute
it was too short.
The tribute to David Lynch should have been longer.
Okay.
I love him. I like rest in peace. Also, Tony Todd wasn't in it. That's weird. Mm-hmm. But...
It was too short.
You know what? Oscar expectations for the next year. More people die.
But guys, we need more people dying next year so I can have a longer memoriam.
Don't do that. Don't take it seriously. But what's up next?
Oh, Mickey 17.
Mickey 17.
Dude, I'm excited for that one. So excited.
Yes. I have heard incredible things about this one also. And
the movie was supposed to come out last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been delayed. I don't even know why. I don't think there was any production issues or anything. It's just been delayed a bunch of times. But then after that, this show has started. I just want to put it out there that we're going to review it. Daredevil Born Again starts as we're recording this. We're not going to do it weekly. We will review just the season, right? Not the show. But
we can do the show.
Let's do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I got to watch season 3, admittedly. Yeah. But I'm going to set some time aside for that this week so I can go straight into it. I'm very excited. As someone who hasn't even seen season 3.
Season 3 is great.
And I've heard that is like one of the best seasons of a superhero show ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm so excited for the upcoming stuff.
And we can talk about Defenders.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Because it connects.
It's fine.
Connects to season 3.
It does?
Yeah.
That and then...
But you don't need to watch it, to be
honest. I've seen it though.
Yeah.
Then after that is Novocaine with Jack Quaid.
Oh, that one comes out already?
March 14th.
Yeah. Is it saying anything?
No, it comes out in like 2 weeks, so I don't know yet.
Oh, great.
I'm just putting it out there. Look forward to some of the stuff that we have going on. What are they going to do?
They're going to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow our Instagram.
Please do. Oh yeah, please do that. We are at somewhere between film, I believe, on there. And again, like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you next.